What's up, guys? We're back again with another weekly review of The Walking Dead Season 9. Today we are reviewing Episode 4, The Obliged. So this episode's format is going to be, I'm going to try and make it at least be different because I want to actually make these reviews more shorter so they're more easier to, like, you know, edit and get uploaded faster and stuff. Because, like, I just did my Flash review and stuff, not like my latest Flash review, and it's like 21 minutes, like... I gotta cut this shit down. So of course the intro in the video is no longer there, but I'm just cutting them out to, like, you know, save on some time and stuff, but yeah, anyways, so yeah. And also, I am very sorry for this late upload this video. By the time you see it, it's gonna be like, it's Sunday, the next episode is supposed to come out, episode 5 is coming out on this day. So yeah, but anyways, let's get to review, shall we? So of course, this is the second to last episode for Rick Grimes. The next episode will be his last episode, but this is the setup or build-up episode for his last episode, and honestly, this is my favorite episode of the season so far, which that's not exactly a hard thing to compete with, because the last few episodes I haven't really liked. Like, the first episode of the season, I didn't really think was that great of an episode. The next two episodes were better, but they weren't great. But I think this is a really good episode. I mean, like, I think it's really good because this is, like, of course, the second to last episode of Rick, so I think, like, an episode like this has to be a good episode, because if it's not good, well, that's kind of disappointing, but still, it's actually a really good episode. I really like this episode. There's some great writing. Every actor's bringing their A game for this episode. It's well paced. They have some great scenes. Like, it's a really good episode and stuff. But yeah, so the main plot of this episode basically is like just Maggie's now going off to Alexander. Rick gets word that Maggie's going off to Alexander to kill Negan, which is what she decided to do at the end of the last episode. And she told Daryl this, of course. She's going off to Alexander to kill Negan finally, and Rick gets word of it. That's from Jerry, who got word from Jesus. Yada. Daryl then offers to take him to Alexander, but then he actually just, like, diluting him, like, or diluting another proper wording, like, you know, set him on a detour and, like, stops him from going to Alexander to stop Maggie and stuff, but, like, Daryl on board Maggie's plan. And Daryl and Rick get now trapped in this big pit, basically. Okay, so, and that's just them for the majority of the episode, not the majority, basically the entirety of the episode almost, them trapped in this pit and stuff. Them being in this pit is honestly, it's actually some really good writing, and also acting on both for no reason and Lincoln's part, because, like, it's both these characters coming together and like, connecting on a real level right now, which, like, they've, like, of course, the two of those characters have been, like, close for years. They've been, like, these, like, brothers. They've been through thick and thin and shit. Like, this is, like, they're really connecting in this episode. So in this part here, of course, Rick's telling him, like, how could you let like, support Maggie on this, because, like, she kills Negan, she's gonna start this whole thing all over again, and everyone who died in the war was for nothing and stuff. But then he's trying to tell Rick also how killing Negan has to be done. We can't, like, let a scumball like him, like, just live in shit. And, like, and of course he's telling how Rick, he tells a bunch of stuff, and they reference to stuff like Glenn and Carl, and how, like, you know, Rick, like, Glenn was the reason this is all possible, honestly, because he saved you and stuff. He didn't save you. You never found Lori or Carl, or you would have never found any of us. I'm not sure if he did, but I think that he may have swore, like, actually said the F word, and I think they bleeped it, because I'm not sure, but it just kind of sounded like he was, like, about to say it, because he's like, hey, you would never found Lauren, or would never found Carl. Yeah, and, like, then he's like, yep. And, like, kind of, like, makes... It sounds weird how to describe it, but it sounded like he was about to say, like... It sounded like he was just making the sound kind of... So, like, it sounded like he was about to say the F word, so, like... You know, I think he was trying to swear. I think he swore there. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he did or not. Maybe they censored it. I have no idea, but it sounded like it. It's basically... It's just a great scene, just seeing them, like, talk and connect and shit, because, like... You know, it's really good because, like, just, Daryl and Rick have been kind of, like, on this kind of, like, weird thing with each other lately, because, like, in the last season, not a lot last season, like, Daryl and Rick were kind of, like, on outs of each other a little bit, not a lot. Like, there was an episode where they kind of fought a little bit about how to handle the sabers and shit, you know, like, these explosives and stuff, and, like, so, and, like, of course, he's also been on the outs of Rick a little bit since this season started, because, of course, he didn't like how he handled the Negan situation, how he locked it up and shit, so, like, so it was nice actually seeing them come together finally once again. Then, like, when they get out of the pit, like, just the seeing them actually crawling out of the pit, helping each other out, just walkers started coming towards them, and they started following the pit so they get out of there fast. And it's honestly a really great scene. It's really thrilling and stuff, seeing them trying to get out of the pit before the walkers get at them, and Rick gets out, and then he grabs on Daryl and asks him, brother, take my hand, like, and stuff like that. Or, like, doesn't say take my hand, but he says, maybe he did say take my hand, I don't know, but he says brother, so he said it twice. Take my hand. No, I think he just said take my hand, whatever. He takes his hand and stuff, and he gets him out of there and stuff, and then they kill a couple other walkers. And that was a really cool, nice scene. Seeing that, like, him calling him brother was honestly really nice, because of course they are brothers. They've been through a lot of shit, so, like, it's nice seeing them kind of like, you know, finally put all their shit like aside and stuff. Like, I'm not sure if like Rick and Daryl are on the same page now with like the Negan situation and stuff. I mean, like, because he was telling Rick that, like, you know, you're trying to, because like Carl, he talked about how Carl asked him to like have this, make this future for him, like make a world where like you are not this violent person, like you're trying to be more nice and stuff. Like, don't kill Negan, make an example of Negan, don't just kill him and stuff. Which he didn't kill him, and he's making this future, having Negan as an example, so we can watch this world they build without, as he's like just locked away rotting forever. And he's making this future for Carl and stuff. But like Daryl's telling him how, like, you're trying to make this impossible future, man. Like, with lots of working with the Saviors, trying to like live with him in peace and stuff. Like having Negan alive, like you're building this impossible future for Carl. And he's telling him how like he would die for Carl, but like he's telling him just let him go, you know. Rick is kind of agreeing with what Daryl's saying, which I'm not sure if exactly he is agreeing with him or not. I don't really know. Like, it's not made clear if he's like, maybe they do make it clear, but I don't think it's clear if he's exactly on the same page with Daryl now. I don't know. Like Rick's saying how like he never asked anyone ever followed him, and Daryl's like, I know, maybe you should have started that a while ago, maybe. And started having people like follow his lead a while ago and stuff or whatever. The side plot does get interesting and stuff because like it's basically the side plot has been shown at back in Alexandria and stuff, and like seeing, because like of course Rick's out a lot of time at the bridge area, and she's like running the place for now, like hanging out with Judith and taking care of her. The whole thing about this part was, of course, her talking with Negan, because, of course, she has to go down there because he's on this hunger strike sort of thing right now. And he's only doing that just so he can kind of get Michonne to finally come down here and stuff. And, like, the whole episode, basically, Negan's talking to her, like, not trying to get into her head, but he just wants to talk to her, have something to like, kind of hang out with a little bit. And talking to her basically how, like, me and you were the same. Like, you get your strength from the dead. We've lost people and shit. We're both kind of locked up in these places. Like, I'm locked up in this cell. You're locked up in Alexandria right now, which you shouldn't be because you're a warrior. You need to fight, not be locked up and just like to watch over this place. You know, while Rick's out there and shit. And like, you know, it's actually some interesting scene. Like it's cool seeing how Negan kind of like he's trying to connect with Michonne like that. And it's pretty interesting, just like because he does kind of actually have a point with what he's telling Michonne, because they are in this situation. They are kind of similar because like they both, cause like even Michonne admits it, how like she does get her strength from the dead, because like Negan gets his strength from like a lot of his strength and his courage to do stuff he does from his like the past of his wife, that Lucille years ago, like before the apocalypse started and stuff, and Michonne gets her strength from a lot of people she's lost. That's like her son and stuff. It's actually really cool. She admits how like that is true. No, she gets her strength, but she also gets the exact frame. But she also says she gets strength from the living as well. So like, and she's nothing like you. She wants to bring people together, not like they kind of kill each other and stuff. Negan kind of like figures out that she's not scared. She's not knowing he's like him. She's scared of like becoming him one day and stuff. And like, it's kind of cool seeing this kind of dynamic the two of them kind of have. It's interesting. And like, I still have no idea what exactly going to be happening with Negan to see, like, if they're going to be following the comic books where they let him live and like they actually bring him out of the jail cell at some point and he actually becomes like a good guy and becomes a member of their society and stuff. I'm not sure if they're going to be following that plotline or not. But that's just kind of interesting to see where like Negan like after to see his bat with Lucille, but she tells him that we don't have it, we left it out there somewhere. And he kind of breaks down with it, and like that, we just sort of see him just smashing his head like twice against the wall and stuff and cry. So like, it's kind of interesting stuff. The ending of the episode is, it's honestly a really like crazy scene to watch because you know what's gonna happen. Because Rick tells Daryl, go back to the camp and stuff. I'll dilute the walkers from away from the camp. He wants to try and find another way to get rid of them because he could just easily take them to the bridge and like all their body weight would just have the bridge collapse and they would fall in the water and stuff. But he doesn't want to sacrifice the bridge. Tries to find another way, but he gets caught in between two big herds and his horse kind of freaks out and like kicks him off him and like lands on top of his like kind of like wire thing or whatever it was. It was like I don't know what, it's not barbed. What am I saying? I'm about to say barbed wire. It was like kind of like a pipe rod that gets stuck in his side. And like he then passes out and stuff, bleeding out a little bit, and like and there's these two big herds coming toward him and shit. And like it's such an intense scene to actually watch because you know the next episode is his last episode. Even afterwards they play the trailer for the next episode, which they say exclusive footage from Rick Grimes' last episode of Walking Dead and stuff. So like, it's this intense thing to watch because you know next episode is his last episode. You know he's not making it. Like the famous Rick Grimes, the guy who went through hell to find his wife and his son and stuff. The guy who brought all these different people together, all these like different groups together as like one kind of units or factions and stuff. How he defeated Negan and stopped the Saviors and stuff. Like, this guy, like, who would just, he's not making out as, you just know he's not making out, which it's just sad to think about that. You know, like, Rick, after everything, he's not making out this time. You know he's dying now, like, he's not escaping this time. So, like, it's sad to think about that, because, like, Rick's been here since the beginning, so it's gonna be really sad to see him go now, but, yeah. Also, I forgot to talk about how when I first recorded the episode, I forgot to talk about the Anne and Gabriel part of the episode. Basically, all that happens in that part of the episode, basically, Anne has Gabriel captured and gonna kill him with a walker now, but Gabriel says something to her, which I don't remember exactly what he says to her, but, like, he convinces her not to kill him and stuff, so then she decides to just knock him out, leaves a note for him, and she leaves and stuff, and then when Gabriel wakes up, he reads the note and learns that now Anne's gone, and probably gone off with that other group now and stuff, so now he's sad. There wasn't really much to that, so, like, maybe that's why I probably didn't talk about it, or probably I forgot to talk about it, because there wasn't really much to it. It was really the most, like, least interesting part of the episode, so, yeah. Overall, I give the episode maybe at least an 8 out of 10, and this was a really solid episode, I think. I really hope that this next episode blows me away, and, like, because this will be, of course, Rick's last episode. There are a couple old characters coming back for that episode, so, like, you know, I really can't wait. I really hope the next episode is good, and of course, next episode will be the last episode I review for the show, because I'm going to stop watching the show after that next episode, because I always believe that the show should end when Rick Grimes dies. So, for me, that's when the show stops for me. So, if you want to keep watching reviews of the show, you might have to go find someone else. So, I'm very sorry, but still, yo, it's just how I am. I just think the show should end when he dies. So, yeah, that's when it's going to end for me. So, yeah. If you all for watching, tell me in the comments down below, what did you think of this episode? And stuff. Are you going to be sad to see Rick Grimes go? I think we all are going to be sad to see Rick go, because, like, who wouldn't be? It's Rick Grimes. He's been there since the beginning. He's the main guy. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. I'll stay tuned for the next episode of The Walking Dead Weekly Review. And goodbye.